This is an introduction to Racetronix's new dual in-tank hanger system that allows pumps larger than your typical 255 and 340 lead-hour pumps to be installed inside the tank. In the past, double pump systems were limited by the tank opening size. You could only install two 38mm pumps, such as the 255s or 340s, through the opening. This system allows for two larger bodied pumps like the Walbro 274, which is known in the industry as the 450, or the Hellcat 285, which is also known as the 525, to be installed in the tank. The modular design of this hanger allows each individual pump to be installed through the opening in stages, and then everything locks in place quite easily, allowing it to be assembled from actually outside the tank. The performance is greatly improved because we have a custom 6-position bulkhead connector that's vapor proof. It doesn't allow vapors to escape or fuel from the tank. And the conductors feeding the pumps are 10-gauge wires, a separate ground and positive feed to each pump, and also to prevent ground differential issues from affecting the level sensor signal, especially on late model digital dashes. We have an independent ground and level sensor signal wire coming out of the hanger as well. The ports are very large, especially for the feed. We have a 10 and ORB port, which is substantially larger than a JIC port because the JIC sealing surface takes up a lot of space because of the flare. In an ORB sense, you can see that it uses an O-ring on the outside to seal, so the inside diameter is considerably larger, and you can see it actually tapers down for a JIC. The return is your standard -6, which we used in the past, which is adequate for stage pumps. And we also have a -4 ORB port for the tank venting. The vent has a custom valve, one-way valve on the bottom that allows vapors to escape from the tank, but in the unfortunate situation of the vehicle were to flip over, the check valve will block the fuel flow so it cannot drain out of the tank. The pumps each have their own individual mounts, as you can see here on this side, pump 1 and pump 2, and all this bracketry interlocks and mounts on this stem, which acts as a return line. The stem locks into the billet head via what's called a crescent lock and seals via dual O-ring sealing system, as well as these custom fittings here, which are similar to what we refer to in the industry as quick connects or disconnects with crescent locks. This design eliminates a lot of fiddling inside the tank, and most of the components can be pre-assembled, dropped in, and then secured with simple hand tools from outside the tank. The Racetronix hanger, when it's equipped with these Walbro 285 or 525 pumps, otherwise known as the Hellcat pumps, can support upwards of 1,600 horsepower with the proper lines in the car. Typically, for maximum performance, we'd want to see a -10 PTFE feed line and a minimum -6 return line. The pumps are staged so that the secondary pump can be turned on either with a pressure switch controlled by our wiring harness, or if you have an aftermarket PCM that has a secondary output control for a pump, you could use that as well. The output configuration of this can be handled in many different ways. right now you can see we have a -10 ORB to -10 JIC adapter, which people tend to in slang refer to as AN fittings, with a 37-degree flare. This is a -6 adapter to go to -6 JIC, and this is a -4 adapter for the vent line, which we include with the hanger as standard, because this line is typically factory rubber hose. It doesn't have to be PTFE, it's just for vapors, and we include a -4 JIC female rubber push lock hose fitting on there. If you currently own a Racetronix B3 line kit with the quick disconnect fittings on it, you can purchase the fittings that will convert it to quick connect. And on our B3 kits and our old hangers, the return line is a 5/16 quick disconnect, or quick connect as they call it, and the feed line to the motor is typically 3/8 quick disconnect, and this adapter here converts the -10 ORB to the 3/8 and the -6 to 5/16 quick connect. We will also have a version later on that will allow us to go from a -10 ORB to 1/2 inch quick disconnect.